Hey y'all, happy Sunday. Hey everybody. I am so happy y'all decided to join me. I'm just going to wait for some eyes to show up or some ears, child. Let's get into it. Hey Britannia, hey Olga. Hey Brooklyn baby. Hey Tequila 75, Nicole Garrett, Teflon Butterfly. Thank you Teflon for signing up for Patreon. Hey Kimberly. Hey IB Trini. Hey Sharon. Hey, Christina. Hey, Rashida. Hey, Sunshine and Flowers. I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, Amina. Hey, California Cutie, 1978. Hey, Stacy B. Hey, C. Logan. Hey, Leisha. Hey, Kay, staying neutral. Hey, Newton's Third Law. Hey, Amy. Hey, AW. Hey, Karen D. Hey, Dale. Hey, G Dubs. Hey, Shim Jim. Toonie Toon, the Wells family, Rosie P. Hey, Olivia Glass. Hey, Rasta Flower Child. Hey, LP Mitch. Yes, I decided to do this live a little bit earlier because I'm supposed to be cooking today. So I said, you know what? Instead of all up in the wee hours of the night, honey, because you know I'm getting old. Okay, so 8 o'clock is the wee hours of the night. But instead of 8, I'm gonna go ahead and do it for 4 o'clock. So in case we run a little bit over, then we'll be all right. Here we go. Hey Nana. Hey Christian Capers. Hey Tiffany Shantae. Hey Cindy. Hey Big Mama's Kitchen. Hold on, let me go on down. Hey Jay, Antoinette. Hey Greek son. Child, let me tell y'all what I'm cooking. So I'm cooking some macaroni, some black eyed peas, some cornbread, cabbage, and some fried wings and some brownies. Okay, so I got my beans cooking right now like an old lady. And then after I get off this live, I gotta put everything else together for a little razzle dazzle. Okay, because I've been craving this meal all week long. So I said I'm gonna do it today. Hey Sephora. Hey Monique King. Hey Veronica. Hey Chandra. Or Chandra. I want to make sure I say it right. Hey, Jerica. Hey, Denise. Hey, Dr. Ivy Pearl. Hey, T Sundered. Hey, Sean. Okay, y'all. So we done been on here for a little while. I am so happy that y'all decided to join me for this live. We're going to be talking about Married at First Sight, the latest episode that went off on Wednesday, and how Rudy got Lindsay all the way together on the after party. Because after the show is the after party. Okay. So, we're going to talk about that and get into it. Thank you so much. Please like the video for me. There are 176 of you on here. So please like this video for me, y'all, okay? So that the algorithm can pick it up so more people can join us. So like the video, comment, get in the chat, speak your speech, honey, pipe up. Let's get into it if we're going to get into it. Let me speak to a few more people and then we're going to get into the mix, okay? Hold on, here we go. Hey, lovely True Red. Hey, Marva CB. Hey, Cass. Hey, Wente Talk. The after parties have been good. Yes, they have. They have been real good. Let me put this picture up, honey, because let me tell you something. The first couple we're going to start with is Olajuwon and Katina. Let me just say that I'm going to leave this picture up here the entire time because Olajuwon really showed out during this gym scene. Now, I know that some people are now, growing a little bit fond of Olajuwon, but I still got my good eye on him and he ain't fooling me. Okay. So we're gonna talk about it. Hey Nika B. Hey Erica Living Life. Please thumbs up the video. Yes, ma'am. Let me show that, honey, because so the people can get into it. Hold on. Here we go. Hey, Exotic Expressions Dance Fitness. Okay. Tequila 75 said, Misha, I had to stop doing my lesson plans to join this live. Child, that's what I need to be doing. But honey, I ain't. And I won't. No, I'm just kidding. Child, I ain't got time. I do not have time for none of that. Okay. It is Sunday, honey. This is my version of Sunday Fun Day. Okay, I'm gonna give people a few more minutes, honey, because the people still coming in and whatnot. Okay. Nana P said, let me say this. I hate being tested. You test me and I find out, I'ma fail on purpose. Exactly. I was like, what is that? while we on the discussion of that, I didn't like that. I'm like, you're testing her. So I'm just trying to see if this real. Like if she gonna just speak out, if she gonna say something, or is she just gonna let it go. Why are you trying to groom her? Number one. Number two, they said you was gonna try to make her into what you wanted her to be. That ain't gonna work. And then Katina, I don't know if she was a little bit tipsy or what, talking about, I never been treated like this. Girl, no. Just no, honey. We don't want it. We don't want that. Okay. Those are the obligatory married at first sight roses. Girl, that's not real. Girl, he didn't personally. Lindsay had them same roses when she was talking about Mark farting and peeing in the bed or whatever it is she said Mark liked to do. Lindsay had them same roses, girl. That's the married at first sight roses. Olajuwon ain't did nothing special. Talking about you KD. You ain't KG, you KD. I'm like, oh my God, honey. And I'm about to throw up. Oh, child, he ain't fooling me. Like, that didn't do nothing for me. I was like, this right here? Mm-mm, absolutely not. Nope. Exactly, Erica living life. She said the bar is low. Ain't it in hell? Baby, it's in hell, honey. It is in hell. I cannot. Oh, son said, hold on, love bomb roses. Exactly. I said, I don't trust nothing about it. And baby, she had on a good little flowy dress, giving him a little decolletage and a little sleeve. And baby, when he walked her in and held her hand, first of all, why them roses placed strategically on that table like that? I ain't like that. It was something about that table. That table gave me arts and crafts. Okay. When I used to teach kindergarten, I would set them at a table round like that. And I would put their crayons in the middle of the table and tell them it is now time for arts and crafts. And when I saw them roses placed ever so with her initials KD on that table, I didn't like it. I said, okay, it's giving arts and crafts, honey. I don't like nothing about it. Okay. It just didn't do nothing for me. And then when he took her to that gym, and he was saying, "Smile. This is not about if you like it. This is about if you want to work out." And she was just going along with it. But what really got to me is when she said, if I had dated Olajuwon and he yelled at me like that in my 20s, I might have cried. Okay, well, honey, let me tell you something. Katina, I'm speaking directly to you, honey. You probably still have that 20-year-old girl in you, and it looked like you did want to cry. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it real with you. You look like you still wanted to cry, but you have this thing about marriage in your head, like, okay, we're married. So if he want to go to the gym and he want to yell a little bit, that's what you're supposed to take as a wife. Absolutely hell no, not. If he want to fuss and holler, honey, we are on a vacation. We are on a honeymoon. I would have got right on up, took my little narrow hips right on back to my room and got myself judged up. Honey, you will not sit up and yell at me. And first of all, why are we working out? I'm lazy, honey. Don't ask me about no working out when I'm on vacation. Child, I've been working out to get to the vacation. I've been working out so I can put this bathing suit on. Now I got to get here and work out again. Oh, no, ma'am, honey. Absolutely not. Key Dig said, I swear I dated Isaac 40 years ago, got tested daily. He was controlling and crazy. Run, Katina, run. Absolutely. Because I'm like, you know what? This right here is going to start the control. And then now it's giving context to when we see him say to her, you are a wife. You are a wife when he's looking at her cell phone. I'm like, baby, I bet that's that male friend on that phone. Y'all remember that friend that was really challenging Olajuwon and he didn't like it? Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah, I bet that's that friend on that phone, honey. She probably calling him for some advice because Olajuwon done told her what to wear, how to smile, when to drink. Shout out to Nene Leaks. Honey, telling her everything she need to do. And now she calling for some backup and some help. Absolutely not. Uh-uh. Hey, Beverly. I don't trust nothing about that. That whole scene was cringe. And the fact that he bragged about it to the guys, that was cringe. I'm like, Elijah one really think he doing something. And Katina, she's so ride or die that she is like, 10 toes down for her man over there fussing and arguing with Lindsay. And I'm like, girl, I don't mind you fussing and arguing with Lindsay because Lindsay needs to be fussing and argued with. But also, you need to keep an eye on Isaac. Okay? On this love boat. You need to keep an eye on Isaac, honey. I hope y'all can put that two together. Hey, unapologetically, Romel. Okay, let me see what everybody else got to say. Samantha said, I honestly think Katina may not be able to speak up in this marriage. I feel like she may compromise her feelings exactly in order to stay married. She might be very submissive if she stays in this marriage. I agree. And listen, there's nothing wrong with being submissive to your man if he's the right person to lead you. But I don't want Isaac leading me with his GPS on, okay? With old school map quest directions. Don't lead me nowhere, honey. You can lead me, but I'm not gonna drink. Like, I'm not gonna drink. Don't lead me nowhere. Because first of all, I don't trust you talk. It's like he gets so hype. Like he just all into, and then you know, and I really love you. And every time I look at you, it's the moon and the stars above. And don't listen to what people say. They don't know about you and me. John B, please. I don't trust it. Okay. And I don't trust him. Now, when I see him on the after party, I'm like, you know what? Olajuwon might be all right. Because he did call Alyssa out on that after party. So that made me feel a little bit of, all right about him. I was like, you know what? He might be something. But when I saw him on this episode sit up there and say he was testing that girl, I said, absolutely not. Yes, kick back and grow, hyped and sweaty. Speaking of sweat, speaking of sweat, when she said, you're only sweating and you're just dripping, I immediately was like, have y'all ever been in a situation where it's like you can smell whatever's going on through the TV, or it's like it brings a smell to you? I don't know. It's like when she said that, I was like, what? Okay, because first of all, it's the I just it was child, it was just too much for me. Them draws always make me revert back now because I can't unsee it. So therefore, and thus and such, it kind of does something to me. And I don't know if it's just not, oh honey. All that sweat, child. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. Hopefully, like she said, he can get a little Botox and everything will be everything. By the way, they need to stop recruiting Ryans, Chris's, and Michaels. They never work out well. Absolutely. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, not another Ryan, Chris, and Michael. Oh, child, this is just ridiculous. That's the same thing they're doing over on Ready to Love, recruiting the same names over and over again. Uh-uh. Beverly said, I've been under a sweaty man before and never again. Oh my God. Oh, I couldn't do it. Let me tell y'all something. Even when I'm laying, I don't even like a heavy breather, like a mouth breather. I don't like you to breathe on me. I don't like to feel your nostril wind. I don't like none of that. Like if we cuddling and stuff, don't breathe direct. Like I don't want to feel you like it's an AC blowing directly on me. That's a hell now, and that's a yuck. I don't like that. Like I don't like it. So please don't breathe on me. Like, Hey, let's be clear. I think he's going to love bomb her. He is manipulative and is the type to be so attentive to reel you in. And once you are comfortable, show their true nature, but you keep holding on for his representative. If that ain't the truth. Okay. And that's exactly what he's doing. And let me tell you something. My first husband was exactly like that. He was exactly like Olajuwon. I think Olajuwon might be a Libra. He gotta be. He is giving male Libra energy. Hey, Marsha. He is giving Libra energy. Okay. And the way he just doing, I don't, oh child, it's just too much for me, honey. It's just too much. I'm not gonna be able to do it. Unapologetically, Romeo said, question, do you think they smashed after that scene? Well, Katina said no on the after party. She said they just laid in the bed and they talked. I'm like, all that, the foot rub and everything, and you crying, talking about he the wind beneath your wings, and all y'all did was watch TV. Okay, girl. It's given I'm lying till after we get ready to reveal that we had the sexuals, honey. I don't buy that. I'm like, something ain't right. No, listen to me, y'all. Not the female Libras. Let me tell y'all something. Whenever I speak of a sign, I'm talking about a man. I'm talking about the male version of that sign. When I say I can't do a Scorpio, I can't do a Scorpio. I don't like Scorpio men. I have been attacked, assaulted, stalked, and everything else by a Scorpio man. I'm not gonna be able to do that. My first ex, if y'all ex-husband, if y'all watched my story times, he was a Libra. I ain't gonna be able to do it, honey. I was almost on the first 48. So I'm just saying. So for the ladies, I'm not talking about y'all. Because I'm gonna say this about Scorpios. My mom, my sister, like everybody is a Scorpio, except moi. I'm a Virgo. Okay. But the male version of that, I ain't gonna be able to do that. I just can't do it, honey. Oof, child, I can't do it. When Tay Talk said, I think they had sex the first night. Katina friends knows she gets loose. So why wouldn't she see that with her husband? I don't know now, because that one with that little Bob when they went to go meet the friends. I think Katina is kind of a prude a little bit. Like she might have had an F buddy, but I think that was because she ain't trying to put no notches on her belt or no numbers, or whatever. I just feel like she's a little bit prudish. I don't think she really get down with the get down like that. It's one thing to go out and twerk a little bit, drink a little bit, whatever else y'all gonna do a little bit. But when it's time to get into it, as you get into it, it's looking like I'm gonna lay on my back and let you do what you're gonna do, and then I'm gonna get up and please don't touch me again. That's what it's giving me. Now I don't think they had sex on the honeymoon because she kept that wig on. And if that wig is not properly secured, okay, and she didn't know exactly what Olajuwon was gonna be bringing, I don't think it was gonna be able to do it. I don't think they had sex. I just don't. I don't think they had sex yet. Wait a minute. Sean said, "And Monique King, thank you. I am used to it now." What used to what? What we are? What y'all used to? Oh, Olajuwon is a Taurus. Oh, child, not a Taurus. My baby is a Taurus. Honey, he better not get to doing all that talking because I'm gonna tell him straight up, boy, do not do all that talking to your women, okay? And stop all that love bombing. And don't do nothing that you can't keep up with. Because all that foot rubbing, you're gonna have to keep up that foot rubbing if you start that way. I'm just saying. Good girl said, I'm a Gemini. I can't do them damn Scorpio men either. Oh, I can't do it. I just cannot. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. That was the most horrific experience I've had. I'm still trying to pull myself out of that hole, y'all. Like, y'all don't even understand. So for me, I can't do that. It's not going to be able to be done. Jocelyn said, I don't think Elijah is as good in bed as he thinks he is. And I also don't think he really was popping like he thinks he is. Okay. Jason. Jason, Tauruses are psychos. My daughter is one. Baby, let me tell you this. My son is a little gremlin at times, honey. I love him, but that boy would tear something up like the Tasmanian devil and then come right back to you and kiss you in a minute. And they are stubborn. I am still trying to get him to eat different foods. Child, that's a story for another day. That's a story for over on Patreon. We'll talk about that and personal stuff over on that side. But let's continue on with Married at First Sight. Okay, so as far as Katina and Olajuwon are concerned, my, this is what I think. I think that they will make it past decision day. I do feel like he is going to try to break her down. I don't know if she's going to be able to withstand him forever. I don't see it going the distance. I feel like it's going to be one of those, we continue to be married until after the show, but then shortly after we see a People magazine article and Katina and Olajuwon have split. You know how they like to do on those tabloid magazines, child. I think it's going to be one of those situations because you're already testing her. You're telling her what to do. You're love bombing her. It's not sincere. Like every time he speaks, it just gives me rehearsed. It gives me, I say that to all the girls. That's what it's giving me. Honey, your own mama or your second mom passed over the jersey like, listen, girl, it's all on you now. Thank you so much. Okay? Thank you. Because, honey, it ain't nothing else I'm going to be able to do with him. Thank you for coming in on being on Married at First Sight. Baby, she didn't even want to talk to Katina. She was like, here, let me give you this gift because I got to get to work. She was like, I got to go to work, y'all. Rashida said, I'm a Taurus. He will never eat different foods that he don't like. Oh, my God. Rashida, don't tell me that, honey. It's only so many times I can make pizza, macaroni, mashed potatoes, waffles, and pancakes, and bacon with applesauce. Oh, child, honey. Mm-mm. Okay. Okay, damn. KDH said, he definitely seems like he gives a script, but that's like textbook narcissist. KDH, you better speak your speech. Okay? You better speak your speech. Because let me tell y'all something. I got bamboozled by those textbook speeches. He caught me at a vulnerable time. I was just out of a breakup. It was about a year, honey. It was kind of fresh. And I used to love being in love. And I was like, oh my gosh, he's so tall and dark and handsome. And ooh, honey, and he was hugging me like something. And he would feed me lines. And because the other loser wasn't no good, the lines, I bought them. But now I'm seeing that they all are like that. So, I mean, that's just something that they do. It's a script. Rebecca Drew said he will try and break her down if she's not aware. I believe that. I believe that. And I think she is going to be aware. But then on the after party, did y'all realize when she called him, he wasn't they didn't really interact with each other because she was like, Olajuwon, they want to speak to you or whatever, which I thought was already rehearsed. Okay. And they spoke, but mm, it didn't seem like they were still together. That phone call made me think they might not be together. It was just something about it. I don't know what it was. Laisha said, threesomes and relationships with family members. What is he trying to prove? Mark's jaw was on the floor of that boat. Oh, yes, let's talk about that. So, hold on just one second. Hey, Max Mello, thank you so much for the super chat, getting the party started. Hey, Misha, do you think Lindsay and Mark will last? Hold on just one second. I'm gonna get to Lindsay and Mark, but let me just comment on this on what Leisha said. On what Leisha said. Threesomes and relationships with family members. What is he trying to prove? That's what I was thinking. I was thinking he was trying to be the big man on the boat, the big man on campus. That didn't sound cool. He was like, "Oh yeah, so y'all never like, with sibling. First of all, if you did it, you need to know how to explain it." He up there talking about, have y'all ever like, in the same family? And in my mind, I was thinking, not them sleeping with their siblings. Like, what are you saying? I was totally confused. And they were all looking confused. And then all of a sudden they were like, well, no. Like, yuck. No, absolutely not. He was like, no, like the mom and the daughter. No, and that's nasty. And even the way he explained it on the after party was disgusting. I was like, "Why are you explaining? This don't even make no sense." The person had beef with your cousin. So then y'all were walking down the street one day. It was given very much Friday. Okay. Shout out to Chris Tucker. It was given Friday. He said he was walking down the street, saw the mama, figured out that the mom liked the younger guys. Now he got so much game that now he's talking to Miss Trinidad. And if y'all have ever seen an episode of Martin, then y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. So he's over here with the mom now, and she gave him a sex education class. If that don't sound like a promo, okay, sounds like a horn. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. That sounds like a horn movie. Sir, that's a whole lie. You watched that kind of movie when you was about 18 years old. You done came up with this whole storyline, and now you're repeating it on this after party, and you ain't fooling me. Okay? Because ain't no way in hell that you saw this girl's mama and talked to her and she took you out and took you to the mo. Then y'all gave it a go. And then you saw her daughter at your cousin's house. You just happened to be spending the night at. If the cousins got beef with the people, then why are you interacting with the people that got beef with the family? This is giving me ghetto Romeo and Juliet. Montagues and Capulets is giving me ghetto. You lying, bro. You are lying. I bet if I pull this up allegedly, okay, I'm gonna say allegedly because this is my opinion. Okay, I just want that to be known. But I bet if I pulled up, if I just typed in the Googler, this whole little scenario, an episode of some show is gonna come up. Child, I didn't buy it. I was like, child, that don't make no sense. And Keisha was sitting there looking like, and what else is going on? Child, he a whole lie and I don't buy nothing about it, okay? But he did try to say it to make himself seem like a big man. And then also, I think he was trying to test Katina and see exactly where she was as far as like, what are you willing to get into? Because he was like, well, I mean, if you bring me another woman, I ain't gonna. Well, please don't say that out loud, honey, because her friend looked like she down for the cause. That friend that said he had a lot of body, yada, 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 down right there. No, ma'am, honey. It's something about that I don't trust. Cheryl said, "What kind of crap? Oh, he must he must have did it with the whole family, but he ain't did nothing with nobody, Cheryl. He a whole family lie, allegedly. Okay. I don't buy that story. It just didn't sound right. I'm like, Hey, two L's. Hey, Martha Harris. Hey, Kelsey. If you're just joining us, we are talking about Married at First Sight. There are 529 of you on this live. please do not hesitate to like the video for me, please, so that the algorithm can pick it up. And you know, it's Sunday, honey. Bless somebody. Bless. Just bless me, honey. Even if you want to thumbs down the video, that works too. That means somebody's paying attention to it. So I really appreciate all of you, joining me for this live. Normally I have them later, but today we're doing it a little bit earlier because mama gonna cook some soul food. Okay. The Wells family said, I don't think O was the playboy. He trying to make it. I don't think so either. Because the way he looked at Katina is like he never seen a pretty girl before. And she was just sitting there smiling, and honey, he didn't know what to do. Can I kiss you again? Oh, I want to kiss you, but I don't know if I can kiss you. Is it okay? Is it okay? What in the 40-year-old virgin is happening? Ciao. Goodbye, honey. Goodbye. It's J Dub said Isaac is testing Katina's boundaries and desensitizing her. J Dub, that's exactly what I said. I feel like he is definitely trying to test her boundaries. Uh-huh. He gonna break her down eventually. And I don't like that. I don't like the way she's being treated already. I know it appears to be sweet, but something about it is very off-putting. I might not be right. If I'm not right, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna say, my bad, Isaac. I apologize. Okay. But for right now, I don't trust it. Hey, Zachary said, I done made it to a live. Can't believe it. The comments flying by had me all kinds of confused. Hey, y'all. Hey, Zachary. Yes, we getting into it over here on this good Sunday about Married at First Sight. Okay, wait a minute. Max Mello made a point. He said we forget he had ADHD during this, and I feel to a degree it's affecting how he acts. Okay, yes, we can say that, Max Mello, that it is affecting how he behaves, but it's something in the way he does it. It's not even that he's all over the place, oh my God. Like, it's not that. It's just the way that he's doing it. It's not making it doesn't feel comfortable. Something ain't right. TL said very manipulative. He's giving malignant narcissist. I agree. Like when you've been there, it's, you can pick up on it real quickly. Like you really can pick up on it very fast. Hold on. He's aware. He's calculating. Exactly, C. Logan. I don't trust it, honey, at all. Okay, y'all, let's move on from Olajuwon and Katina. Stoney said his panty drawers is what got me on his neck for the rest of the show. He Oh it's a y'all do this every time. Now y'all already know when you say stuff like this, I'ma have to go on mute. And I'm gonna have to reread this comment and I'm gonna have to holler. Cause it ain't no way I'm about to holler in this on this live like this. Y'all not finna get not his panty draws, Stoney. Oh girl, goodbye. I do not have time to play with y'all. I really do not. This right here on this good Sunday. Y'all crazy. Oh, child. Mm-mm. Samantha said he's so rehearsed. He speaks from his head and it comes of ingenuine and fake. Isaac and Olajuwon are the same people to me. Yes, they are one and the same, honey. Oh, child, that is so funny. Not his panty draws. Y'all so crazy. I wouldn't be going to the gym with his loony behind again if I was Katina. I know that's right, Angelic. Hey, Angelic, I haven't seen you in the comments in a while. Wait a minute. Diva Till 26. Oh, child, they crazy. Oh, honey, they are a mess, honey. Not his panty draws. Okay, wait a minute. Sean said, Misha, he is young and immature too. He keeps talking about back in the day while he's not even 30. He ain't 30 yet. Well, child, you could have fooled me. He does keep talking about when did he must have just graduated from college. Katina is older than him because I know Katina is 30. Oh, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to go back and pay attention to that. Because I didn't even pay attention to the fact that he's not yet 30. Mm-mm. Tatiana said, I really don't think O has malicious intentions. I honestly think he's special, not trying to be ugly. I don't think so. He got all his marbles, honey. He's perfectly all right. He's just one of them. He's just one of them that like to run game. And as soon as he can find the one that he can run game on, which is why he had to get married at first sight, because you ain't got no choice but to sit there and get the game ran until decision day. Because see, a person or a woman out in the real world, they're gonna be like, boy, please. Okay. And you and your faux hawk, please. It's giving nothing. But Katina, honey, as soon as she seen Katie on that table, she started crying. Girl, not the arts and crafts table. Child, I can't. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to Steve and Noy. Okay. Steve and Noy. What y'all think about Steve and Noy? As a matter of fact, let me see if I can find something. Find a picture of Steve and Noy. For me, I think Steve and Noy are going to be a good couple. I think they may be the ones that, withstand the test of time. Now, should Noy have come out of her mouth after 3 whole days and 72 hours and said, I love you, or I think I'm falling in love with you? No, no, girl. Like, no. Like, are you on, like, what is wrong with you? It's been 3 days. And I actually did respect the fact that Steve straight up said, look, it's been 3 days. Like, yes, I feel like we have grown a strong connection and I do feel like we like each other, but no, like not after 3 days. And then she had enough nerve to give him a look. And then y'all know what it made me think about? When Sriracha was telling him on wedding night, she's not gonna chase you. She is to be chased. Well, honey, it look like she chasing the me. All in the pool talking about from 0 to 100. Which one do you like me? Check yes or no. Girl, no, not right now with this after 3 days. That doesn't make sense. I'm like, girl, you don't know anything about him, namely where you're going to live, honey. And I'm not gonna let that go. I don't care what y'all say. Like, you have not given me a solid plan, honey. How are you going to take care of us? How are we going to live? Like, Child, he's talking about, when you just put the tent on the beach and you get right out the tent and then you be on the beach. No, I don't wanna. I don't wanna do it. I don't want that. I don't wanna be on the beach from the tent. I wanna be at the house and go to the beach. Like, boy, goodbye. Tunde said, I bet Steve low-key has a 6 or 7 figure net worth. That's why he's so relaxed about working. I worked with a freelancer on a job, and that man made 3 times more than me for the same engineering work. I'm not gonna give him that until he tells me that. Because I feel like, you know what? We keep giving Steve the benefit of the doubt. Gil could have been sitting on some money over there, and where he said he was sending money to, Colombia or wherever he said he was sending some money to. We knew Gil when he was lying or whatever. But at the same time, I ain't giving Steve nothing. I just feel like Steve don't want to work. He just don't want to do that right now. Do I think he has a safety net? Absolutely. I do think that he has a safety net. But I don't feel like he's sitting on 6 or 7 figures because you don't foresee yourself getting laid off. Like I feel like you just going on about life, saving your money as you should. And then boom, a whole panorama breaks out. And now we trying to pivot and figure out what to do next. And then you realize that, wow, getting this freedom, I like this freedom. So I'm going to continue on this freedom train. Shout out to Black History Month. Okay. And all of a sudden, you don't want to go back to work. It happened to a lot of us. So, his daddy called him a vagabond. I'm going to call him a vagabond. Child, absolutely not. He ain't got no money, child. Till I'm proven wrong. Allegedly, in my opinion, the money ain't coming yet. 2L says Steve Daddy is tired of him occupying the guest room. Child, I know that's real. Steve Daddy, like, you gonna have to get a job. Big Mama's Kitchen said, no way is Noy willing to live like a bum on purpose, no matter how much she likes Steve. He seems nice though. He does seem nice. Steve does seem like a very nice guy. He seems very level-headed because the fact that he didn't want to give her mixed signals or say anything to her that he could potentially not take back, I appreciated that. I'm like, okay, I like that. I like the fact that he was a straight shooter and said, look, I like you. But this is what tripped me out because I think I am Steve in a way, which is why it was, you know, which is why it just kind of threw me for a loop and it really made me laugh because when she told him how she felt, he said, okay, thanks. I was like, that is me all day. Every single person I have been in a relationship with has always told me they love me first. And I always wait to make sure it's really the way that I feel. Cause it's like such a knee-jerk reaction to just say it back. I love you. I love you too. No, ma'am. And then 5 days later, y'all arguing. Shout out to Jose and Rachel. Sugar Lovely said, I'm with you, Coco. Noy is going to run Steve off. It's not hard to do considering his nomadic ways. Child, he'll be on the beach by sunset, okay? She'll be looking for him in the daytime with a flashlight. She's gonna have to follow the beach to get to Steve. Angelic said if he was a freelancer with all this money, wouldn't he have led with that though? Instead of talking about what he used to do for work when he had that conversation at the wedding with Noy? Yeah, I would think that he would lead with that, or at least say he doesn't have to lead with it, but at least if he said, "Well, I have a pretty good safety net, so for right now, I'm not sure of the direction I want to go." You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to see where things take me. I like this freedom because he's articulate. He was able to articulate, "I ain't in love with you. It's been 3 days." So, sir, tell us, are the coins coining or not, honey? Because right now the math ain't math. Miss Brown Sugar said, "That's what I'm saying, Misha. He may have some money saved, but he ain't moving like he does. Wouldn't he have said something more like I'm moving from this to that, not just I have to see?" Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he would have said more than if. We'll discuss if and where I'm gonna work. I'm like, okay, that's not you're not giving me anything, Steve. Like, what's your motivation? Like what's happening here? Like, what are we really doing? Kay Green said, hold on, let me wait for it to come up. Steve was so disappointed that Noy does not like camping. He's like, where we gonna live now? He sure was. He was like, you don't like camping? Oh, he looked at her all the way upside her head, honey. She was steady eating, glasses and all, honey. She done pushed her glasses back like I said what I said, and I ain't changing it. I know that's right, Noy. Nobody want to live on no beach, honey. We got whatnots, honey. We got to clean our whatnots. She was like, I like a shower and everything. He's like, they have those at the campsites. Sir, I do not want a shared anything. I don't want to have to wear shower shoes. I don't want to have to wait for some person to come out and then me go in. Like, it's giving very much Smokey the Bear, honey. Mm-mm. It's giving very much only you can prevent forest fires. I'm no thank you, honey. I'm not interested. But thanks though. So that's why I couldn't go on this show. Cause baby, y'all would be roasting me right now. Y'all would be like, Misha got an attitude. I have an attitude because my spouse does not have a job. Okay. And when I spoke to him, he said if and when. And therefore, and thus and such, I'm just waiting on decision day. My business, not yours, said Steve is trying to save money by living that camp life. Yeah, some people do like the simple life. Now, if you do want to, I see nowadays that people are converting buses and vans and they're converting them into living spaces. I understand that. But I think he just like roaming. Steve, I need to talk to you. Steve, listen. If you're listening to this live, DM me so that I can figure out if you just roam in the streets or if you have some kind of plan so I can bring it back to the people. Okay. Because if you got a plan, then I'm going to say, listen to me, y'all. Steve has a plan. Okay. So let's just back up and everything's going to be fine. But we need to know that because right now it's nuh. Adam Ben said, Australia's Married at First Sight is better. I heard that it's better. A lot of people, but I heard they have a lot of episodes though. That's the only reason why I've never really gotten into it. KDH said, I like the simple life, but I got me a job though. I know that's real, honey. And does. Coco said, he's a wanderer. Men like that don't like to be tethered too tightly. I can see that. Hey, DL. She said, hey, opinionated family. Hold on. Here we go. Alyssa Green said, Steve said Noy was crying because Alyssa said her soulmate had a lion tattoo. Yes, let's discuss that. Alyssa changed it to an eagle because Noy was upset. And listen, and she already know, honey, after last season, they will get your man if you leave him on decision day, honey. They will scoot on over there. Bow, bow, bow. Boom, 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 boom. Shout out to Hurricane Chris. Honey, because let me tell you something. When it's over, it's over. So Noy, knowing that Steve got the line of it all, she was like, oh my God, not the psychic told her it was gonna be a line. And she in love. That just sound crazy. So Noah's in love, honey, and Steve got the line, and so now it's turned into an eagle. Either way it go. And you know what? Alyssa probably looked at Chris just to make sure he didn't have no tattoos, honey. She probably would have said tattoos, no tattoos altogether, if he didn't have if he had a tattoo on his body. She would have been like, she said he wouldn't have any tattoos. Anything to get rid of Chris. Child, she can't stand the ground he walk on, honey. It's a whole fool. Alyssa's psychic, aka Miss Cleo, should have told her not to go on Married at First Sight. She should get a refund. I know that's right. And it probably was one of those first readings. You know how you pay for that first reading? It's like $10 and then $5 every minute after that. That's probably exactly what was going on. Hold on. When Tay Talk said, I still think Bow and Zach was wrong for getting together because they had been around each other as friends. I don't know. I felt like she didn't want her and Johnny were no longer a thing. And Michaela, because they to be honest, they were all strangers. So the marriages didn't work out. And then they became friends and then they got together. But honey, we see how that turned out. So you might be right, honey. You know what? I don't know. All I know is it didn't work. And so Noah has every right to be a little bit nervous. Okay, because Alyssa was latching on to people like a third wheel. And I'm like, girl, where's your man? Like, my God. I'm surprised she sat next to him on the boat when they played Never Have I Ever. I said, okay. Coco. Coco said, Zach is basura. The end. Moving forward. I ain't got time. Sean said, all is well that ends well. They had to learn. Yes, they had to learn the hard way, child. AW said, Zach was wrong to get together with anyone because he's an F boy. Child, Zach somewhere in hiding, honey. We ain't heard hiding or hair from Zach since that girl exposed him. Child, she disappeared. He disappeared. It was just a fool. Brianna said, my partner sweats a lot, but we found a system so we're both comfortable. Yeah, I mean, because you love your man. Okay, you love your man. You and your man, y'all are in love. Katina said, I don't know Olajuwon like that. I don't want to be sweated on. Child, If you don't get your sweat and go, I don't blame a child. DH said, what did Zach do? I'm lost. How do I get? Oh, DH. Just go all up. You know what? Go to Little Black Book's channel. Shout out to Little Black Book. And watch the interview that he did with this woman named Elena. And that'll give you all the context that you need because it was a whole fool. Like it really was. Amanda said, hey, Amanda, what would happen if Alyssa married her physical dream man? Then he got into an accident where he was physically paralyzed or marred for life, probably crying, asking, why me? That sounds like her. That sounds exactly like her. And that is giving a Tyler Perry storyline right there, Amanda. That sounds like something that happened on Tyler Perry. But yes, absolutely. That's absolutely what would happen if she was with someone that became physically impaired. She would definitely leave that person on the first thing smoking. Like, that's just ridiculous for you to think that because you didn't get what you wanted physically, and for people that are saying, well, she didn't get what she wanted physically, I would be upset too. Yes, I would be upset, but you have an out. This is not a traditional marriage. This is not like I married you and then all of a sudden you start to look like something I didn't want you to look like. So now I'm stuck. Honey, at the end of the 8 weeks, say no. I decline to remain married, but be nice to the person. And I'm going to say this again, honey, and I know y'all hate to hear it, but y'all can say what y'all want to say about Ryan and Brett, but they were both cordial to each other. They was on them dating sites though. Baby, they was on them sites, but neither of them hurt each other's feelings. Ryan was very respectful of Brett. Okay. For him, it wasn't there. But you never saw him saying, oh, I don't want to be on the, oh, why do I have to sleep in the same room as Brett? She's disgusting. And all that. Like, no. And even when she found out about him still swiping left or swiping right, she was still like, you know what, bro, we cool. And that's that on that. And then her stuff came out. So I'm just saying, be nice. Even if you don't like the person, be nice. You have an out. It's not like you're stuck with him. And I'm like, are y'all crazy? It's just crazy. 2L said, there's a difference between internalizing your disappointment versus being outwardly rude and disrespectful. Alyssa is the latter. Absolutely, 2Ls. There is a huge difference. You can express your disdain for something. You can be like, oh my gosh, this is not what I asked for. But smile and keep it pushing. And for everybody comparing it to Jamie, that wasn't cool what Jamie did either. Jamie was falling all out on the floor. And let me tell you something. Had I been reviewing back then when she did that, I would have said something about her too. Because, honey, don't do that. Now, luckily they worked through it or whatever, but I don't foresee these people being I don't foresee them being Jamie and Doug. I think that they're going to never speak again because she's repulsed for some reason. And we can just go ahead and go on into them since we already over here because we already hit on Steve and Noy. Noy is in love and Steve don't want to work. Let's move forward. Olajuwon and Katina, child, good luck and Godspeed. Now we over here with Alyssa and Chris. Child, this right here. Hold on, because somebody said I saw something about Jamie. Hold on. 2L said Jamie still doesn't love Doug. I don't care what y'all say. 2L's, honey, but they ain't ready for that conversation. Okay. Okay. I feel the exact same way, honey. Sugar Lovely said, Tatiana Rembert, girl, I thought I was the only one picking up on that. Something about Chris Walk for me. Wait a minute, what y'all talking about? What about his walk? T. Patrice said, I don't understand why maths allows people like Alyssa to mentally haze their mates without letting that person go and have to pay the broken maths fee. And also, I don't understand why there's a fee. You can't tie me into something. I wouldn't sign that contract. Like, don't tie me into something financially. If I want to exit this show for my mental health, then I'm going to exit this show because what they don't understand is there could always be that one season where that person cannot take that kind of abuse. Everybody's not strong. And you can mess around and really have a lawsuit on your hands. And they like, use your thinker. And that's not right for them to just let those people be mistreated. But at the same time, I have to put some of it on Chris because well, Chris keeps saying, well, yeah, I mean, I'm just going to keep on trying because, I mean, it might be something there. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Monique King said production is in on it, zooming in on his teeth and body as she insults him. It's disgusting. Monique, absolutely. When they did that, when he was putting on that scuba gear, and she was like, "Yeah, guess this is my first time seeing him with his shirt off," which I'm sure she was prompted because I'm sure they asked her, "So how do you feel about seeing Chris with his shirt off?" And then she responded, and then they zoom in, but honey, they zoomed in on her too, looking like her body was reversed because the ass was in the front and the stomach was in the back. So goodbye, honey. If you're gonna talk about somebody, then you should be talked about as well. And that's that on that. Nana said, if you leave maths early, there is a fee. But I don't, okay, I understand that. But that's when I would have to get a lawyer because I ain't paying you nothing. I ain't going to be able to pay the five because right now I'm being tortured. I didn't sign up to be tortured. You said you were going to find me a match based on this, that, and the third. And then this happened. Like, I'm not your punching bag. Like, what? D said, Alyssa needs to learn how to say, this is off the record. She acts like she doesn't know what she says to the producers will be aired. And also, they're really coddling her. It's a $50,000 fee. Well, honey, that's ridiculous. Why would you sign up for something you're going to have to be? And again, even if it's $1 million fee, you still need to be nice and just sit there until decision day, girl. You're going to be all right. Don't live in the shared apartment. Go on the honeymoon and frolic on the beach and in the sand and bring your rude behind somewhere and sit down and have a meal and go on about your business. There's still no reason for you to treat this man this way. And she does need to realize what she's saying. I know that's right, Jada. That's how I feel. I don't care if it's $100,000. Like what? And then my colleagues have to look at this and everybody knows I'm being mistreated. Oh, So Raphael said, it's only a fee if you stop filming. Oh, okay. Well, then let's continue on. Follow me around my house. Because this is going to give you a little bit of like what's happening after the fact. Stoney said the show is doing everything they can to make Chris look as pathetic as possible, too. The whole couple is just cringe. Yes, and when this is what really hurt me this episode because it's always something that really just tugs at my heartstrings. When he was sitting there and he was explaining to us about snuba and scuba diving and snorkeling or whatever it was, and he was like getting the things prepared and he was so excited to talk to her about it, and then all of a sudden she's like, Okay, well, you can do it, but I'll watch you from ashore. So then she sat there and watched him for like 2 seconds, like he was one of her kids, and she really didn't want to be bothered. And then she went and had lunch, and they filmed her having lunch. No, ma'am. You will go back, okay, and you will watch. You didn't want to be in the water with him. You didn't want to be near him. We got that. But you will not sit and have your lunch break and then say, "Oh, keep him away from me. Oh my God, I do not like him. Just keep him away." Are you crazy? Are you insane? That's what y'all think makes sense to air? I would not have even aired that because I would have been like, no, I'm not about to let you mistreat him and then tell me what I'm going to show and what I'm going to air and if he can come over. No. See, Logan said at this point, he needs to match her energy to make her leave and enjoy the rest of his stay. But see, and that's the thing, see, Logan, I really don't feel like he has that in him. And that's just a shame for people who are just not like that. I remember one time I was dating this guy. My sister is total opposite of me. I'm the person that's always like, oh, and I feel bad. My sister's like, F them. Baby, she don't play. When I tell you she is the meaning of I said what I said and I'm not changing it, she is the definition. If that were a person, it would be my sister. Me, on the other hand, I'm totally different. I'm like, oh, but and what I just feel so bad because I didn't mean to. Like, it's kind of even hard for me to if like I'm trying to build a business, okay, and I'm gonna talk about to y'all about that another time. But it's hard for me to even set price points because I'm like, I don't want people to have to pay that. I don't, that's too much. Like, that's the kind of person I am. And even with my Patreon, I'm like, people are like, promote it, talk about it, girl. It's Patreon. And I'm like, well, I don't want them to have to pay because that's how I am. But my sister's like, girl, please, let me tell you something. If you want to be a full-time content creator and your Patreon offers something different, you need to charge for it. And it's crazy because she's younger than me, but that's her personality. So I understand Chris is like that. He's like, oh, and maybe Alyssa, but somebody else will be like, I'm gonna match your energy, but I don't see him doing that. And that's the sad part. That is the real sad part about this whole thing. Amina said, I was so disgusted by her actions. There is no reason why she would behave, why she should behave that way. She could be cordial and friendly. It doesn't have to be romantic. I really don't like her. Amina, me either. Me either, honey. And they said I was being too. Why are you talking about Alyssa? Oh, are you new? Why am I talking about Alyssa? Girl, why is Alyssa treating Chris this way? Girl, anywho, child. Zamiria said, Misha, don't worry about your price. If people can afford Gucci, Louis, and all the other designers, people can afford the products from your business. Yeah, yes, I understand that. But it's like I still look at it from the perspective of if I'm purchasing. Like, I don't think you should charge $9,000 for a box of rocks. Like, but everybody else be like, charge 9,000. And whoever gonna pay. But then it's like y'all have become my family and my community. So it's like I really take special care of you, which is why I have three different tiers on my Patreon. I have a dollar tier, a $3, and a $5. Because I don't just want to say, this what you gonna pay. Okay. You want to hang with me, this what you got to do. Okay. I don't know. It just feels weird. Brittany, thank you so much for the super chat. Yes, safety net them parents. Exactly. Hold on, move back. Diane James said, I don't like Alyssa, but Chris can match her energy. He was not nice in previous relationships. He wasn't? Who said that, Diane? Okay, because if y'all got the tea, then please give it to me. Because, honey, y'all be all over on the Reddit and everything else, honey. I don't know. Holden said the biggest mistake small businesses make is not charging enough for their products or services. I know, Holden. And you know what? That's why I have my sister consulting me, honey, because she lets me know, baby, that's too cheap. Okay. She was, like I said, she was telling me about my Patreon, like, girl, what is that? Like, you giving your whole life stories over here on this Patreon, and you talking about some dollar. Girl, what? I'm like, because I feel like a dollar, four quarters, 10 dimes, 50 nickels, that's feasible a month. You're not gonna miss that. But if I come out the gate talking about it's gonna be $19.99 for a limited time, y'all gonna be like, okay, Misha, girl, I'm gonna catch you on YouTube, girl. I ain't got time to play with you. I really don't. You gotta think like that. I'm just saying. Miss Brown Sugar said he doesn't have to be mean to not be punked. I just want him to decide what his limits are, separate from what Alyssa is willing to do. And I hope that he was the one who got the honeymoon suite That's okay. I'm with you, Miss Brown Sugar. Like, put your foot down. Put your foot down and say, listen, I'm not gonna allow you to mistreat me. And I think he was almost there when they were on that balcony. He was like, yeah, I hear you, girl, but do you want to be in this or not? He was almost there, but then she gaslit him, confused him, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, maybe I did disrespect her. Like, he woke up the next morning thinking he disrespected her. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get pissed. Okay. You did not disrespect her. You didn't do anything out of the ordinary. You spoke to her mom, okay? And you told the truth. Like, what is wrong with you? Thank you, Marcia. It's worth the $5. Thank you so much. And I'm adding new content every day, okay? I love it over there because I can just give y'all straight audio and it's gonna be some stuff happening, and I'm so excited about it. Thank y'all so much for supporting me too. I really, really appreciate that. I'm just trying to make sure we grow together. Cause you know how listen, let's just keep it real. Let's just be transparent for 2 seconds. Y'all all know a creator that has all of a sudden garnered a certain number of subscribers, and now their channel is not as authentic as it used to be. It's like, now it's all about what I can sell you and how you can purchase and where I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that. I still want to be speaking my speech. Okay. Sean said the prices have gone up, Misha. Don't shortchange yourself. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sean. Buttercup said, and let's be clear, I remember his friends saying that as well, and he definitely got what he wanted, and they purposely selected the opposite for her. Granted, she's not responding properly. Yes, Buttercup, I agree. You and let's be clear, I absolutely agree with that. They did say he was kind of a jerk and he was this and he was that, but at the same time, I think they were just saying that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they were just saying, or maybe it's him in his workspace. But I don't see him just being rude and whatever, whatever to just any old body. The way he was skidding and grinning. And also, what I really think it is that Chris has never, you know, he thinks Alyssa is physically attractive. So I guess we'll give her that because Chris said so. But I think the real is Chris has never been around a lady as pretty as Alyssa in his eyes. It's giving shallow hell. Okay. It's really giving shallow hell. But I think he's never been around someone of her vernacular. Okay. So he just decided to go on over there and just bend over backwards because she's pretty to him. That's what I think. I don't know. Hold on, let's see. Houston Bakery. The cost of living in Houston has gone up. Martelli Martelli apple juice ain't cheap. Charge your worth, girl. Okay, let me tell you something, honey, because my son don't eat real food. So I gotta buy what he wants to eat. And honey, that ain't cheap. Child, every time I do them curbsides, I be like, oh, honey, let me make a video. Child, because I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Because y'all remember when I used to put out videos back to back to back to back to back. And the school year started. So I started to get a little bit lax. And I'm just like, you know what? I looked at my numbers from yesterday and I'm like, I don't know if I'm shadow banned or what's happening, but baby, the numbers are not numbering for me. So now I got to put out content and show reviews of shows that I might not want to review because I need the algorithm to pick me back up, which is why I need all 735 of you to please like this live. Cassidy said, today's price is not yesterday's price. We love you, Misha. Take my coins. Thank you, Cassidy. Thank you so much. Hold on, I saw a super chat from my friend Sunshine and Flowers. I love this name. Sunshine and Flowers said Alyssa has Chris thinking he was slipped a Mickey. Yes. He woke up and said, I don't know. I don't think I disrespected Alyssa, but I'm not sure. You did not disrespect Alyssa. Alyssa disrespected us, okay? By even coming on my screen. And you know what? I want to just express this to y'all too while I have you here. It's not even fun to watch and review anymore because it's like I have to speak on the mistreatment. And I'm going to just keep it real with y'all. When I watch that episode or those episodes with her, I want to skip their scenes. But I know that people are waiting to hear what I have to say about it. Like, okay, so what did you think about that? Like, you just going to skip over it? And it's because in my heart, I don't want to bring attention to it. It's like I don't even want to give her nothing. She deserves absolutely nothing for mistreating this man. I mean, I already had to go through it with Paige and Chris. Now I got to come back over here with this woman doing the same thing. Like, what is wrong with you? It really takes a lot, honey, to sit there and be like, okay, I'm gonna really tell them what I think. These 2 hours, ooh, child. Max Mello said, it's sad that they get fined for walking off the show. Shaking my head, Chris should be like, I need to leave. He should. And if they say, listen, you got to pay this fine, he just needs to tell them, I'm not going to be abused. So you will be speaking to my attorneys. And that's that on that. I mean, that's why I couldn't do this. Zamiria, I don't like that the families and friends tell only the bad things about the couples. This is supposed to be a letter of recommendation. And you know what? I think that they prompt them to do that. Because let me just tell y'all a little quick snippet. It's a story time. It's not really a story time. I used to get these alerts on my phone all the time because I wanted to be a star. And I used to sign up for this thing that would tell me about different castings and different reality shows and whatever, whatever. So I went to audition for this show, and I'm not gonna name the show, honey, because it's gonna be a whole fool. And they actually said to me, what's your deepest, darkest secrets? Is there anybody that we can talk to that will tell us something that's very embarrassing about you? Have you ever done this, that, and the third? Have you ever been to jail? Like, they ask you those things. So they probably prompt them like, hey, like, what are the negatives? We know the great things, but what are the negatives about this person? Because I am a witness to that. They were legit looking in my face like, okay, it sounds too perfect. Okay, so was there ever a time when you wanted to just fight someone? Like, they were really asking. I'm like, no. No, first of all, I'm only 19 years old because I was like 19 at the time. And I was like, no, I think everything's cool. And they didn't choose me, honey, because it would have been a whole fool. Ryan up in the chat. I thought I saw Mirla. Hold on. Here we go. Ryan Graham became a YouTube member. Is this Ryan from Meredith First Sight? Child, let me find out. Ryan, not you a member? Chandra. Chandra said, we want you to win, sis. Add another tier to your Patreon. Maybe 10 to 12. People will pay it. No, I got to ease them into it first. Let me ease them into it, child. And then listen, when I see y'all enjoying, then I'll pop out with I'm still going to go to $7.99, child. I can't even go to the 10. Ooh, I love a baseball cap with moving forward embroidered on it. Okay, I like that idea. I like that. Let me tell you something. I was part owner of this t-shirt business, and I'm going to add that to like my list of things because I was the person that came up with everything that goes on the shirts, and she was in charge of everything else. So she don't want to have nothing else to do with it. So I'm like, I'll just take over, honey, and you could just give it to me. Just pass it on over to me, and everything's gonna be everything. So I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit more about that a little later. But y'all, let's stay focused on Married at First Sight. And I definitely hear what you're saying, and I'm gonna keep that in mind because I like that the hat because y'all can use that when I need to go run some errands. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Which Ryan is it? It's only one. Is it like it's only one Ryan in the world? Look, wait a minute. Ryan, I'm not about to play with you. I am not. Misha knows Ryan has a crush on her. What Ryan? Which one is it? Look, see, Logan said, wrong Ryan, Misha. Honey, whichever Ryan it was, honey, thank you for becoming a member. We sure appreciate you over here on the opinionated side. And thank you for becoming a member of the opinionated family. I promise it will be worth it. Okay? It's going to be worth the five. I promise you that. Look, J Dub said, who said that? I know that's right. Shout out to Portia Williams. Who said it? Who said it, honey? I love the hat idea. I really do. Okay, I'm gonna have that for y'all by like Tuesday. Okay, we're gonna have the hats by Tuesday. Just because someone is not physically appealing to you does not give you the right to treat them like absolute okay, trust me, you're not perfect either. Exotic expression, dance, fitness, absolutely not. And she knows she's not perfect. Somebody commented this last review and was like, she's used to muscle bound men. I don't care if she was dating The Rock. You still need to know how to treat people. It's called common decency. It's called being a human. It's called having some type of morals and values. Like, don't mistreat him just because you don't like the way he looks physically. He's somebody something. Okay, there's somebody for everybody, and there's somebody that's gonna see Chris and say, "I like him. He's a nice guy. He has an average body, and I like this. This is my thing, honey. This is the judge that I need." Just because it's not your thing does not mean it's not gonna be somebody else's. Like, girl, get lost. Ugh. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna really lay into Alyssa, but I'm not gonna lay in on her into her over here on this YouTube. Okay, that will be on Patreon, child. Ryan said, "Can it get any worse at this point? Seems like last episode had TJ had what happened? Oh, had him hit rock bottom. I think it can get any worse because next episode, Ryan, she's saying she hates him. Keep him away from me. I hate him. Girl, how you gonna hate somebody you don't even know? Just pathetic. Child, that's just asinine. What do you mean you hate him? Based on what? Girl, don't make me tell you what I feel about you. Okay? I'm gonna tell you why these 20,000 people came over here on this YouTube. The way I used to lean into Chris. Y'all remember when Chris used to get my comments deleted? Baby, Chris hated me. Oh, he hated me. Child, I wore him out. Oh, I wore Chris out. And he deserved every minute of it. Shout out to Paige. Angelic said, I wouldn't even try with that heifer. I'd go on all the fun adventures. I know that's right. Every single excursion I could go on that island and what they had to offer by myself and give me a little Puerto Rican honey for good measure. I'm petty like that. I know that's right, Angelic. Child should be looking for me on the beach, honey, one of them seashells up to her ear. Chris, Chris. Yeah, listen to the ocean, honey. Dust. Okay. Listen to the ocean. Don't come over here with it. Do not come over here with it. Jocelyn, oh, I'm definitely not. I'm not sleeping on the dad bod. Not at all. Okay. Because as I've grown up and matured, I like a little meat on your bones, honey. Just be regular for me. Honey, I don't want all that because then you're going to have me in the gym like Katina, like Olajuwon had Katina. I don't want to go to the gym every day. Okay. I don't want to eat grilled chicken and broccoli 7 days a week. I don't want it. I want to stop by Popeyes. I want to eat my Mexican food. I want to drink my margaritas and I want to get into it as I get into it. And if you got a dad bod and I'm giving the judge, honey, I'm gonna seem like a prize to you. Child, they don't know how the game go, honey. They don't know. Hold on. So glad you like the baseball cap idea. That Jackson documentary had me want to. Yes, when she had it with that ponytail, I was like, she looks so cute. And that is exactly how I wear my hair. Like when I go drop my baby off, like when I used to at daycare and all this kind of stuff, I used to always have that look. And then I put some big hoop earrings on with it, honey. You look judged for, for nothing. I loved it. And Jen is so pretty. Hold on, hold on. Let me get to y'all comments. I can see them. Wait a minute. What she say about Alyssa's mom? Alyssa's mom don't even like her. And she likes everyone. Alyssa's mama got a little line problem, honey. She up there fibbing. Talking about, yeah, because when I danced with her, she said, oh, okay, absolutely. I said, I like him. And she said, me too. Mom, that's not the truth. Okay. Now, I know you want to be nice because, you know, you want to be nice. But just tell him straight up. I don't know. I couldn't get a read on her. Like it's a way around it. And I see that mom is doing that because she wants to make sure that she doesn't come off a certain way. Because even she said to um the producers, my mom was telling me, you don't want to come off a certain way on TV. And I'm like, girl, it's too late for that. Honey, as soon as you said I do, you came off a certain way. You were still standing behind the scenes. Child, as far as you were standing back. Jasmine said, Alyssa's stomach poke out more than her booty. That is so funny to me. Because let me tell y'all something. When I was pregnant, I got a big old butt as it is, okay? Shout out to me. And that thing thangin'. And I've always had a really tiny waist, but when I was pregnant, my stomach was really big. And so I remember I was at work and this one lady said that to me. She was like, girl, your stomach poking out more than your booty do. And I thought that was hard for you. And that is so funny to me. Every time I hear that, I holler. And yes, and then her posture doesn't make it any better. She stand like she got an attitude problem. Girl, why you standing like that? Oh, child, it's enough to make you just, oh. Yes, 2 L's. Alyssa has booty too. Yeah, so crazy. I'm not about to play with y'all. It's Sunday. Praise the Lord. Honey, I'm not about to play with y'all. Big Mama's Kitchen said Alyssa's mom knows she's been terrible her whole life. Child, yes. She been a fool her whole life, child. Ryan said he's just watching for the drama at this point. Yes, because ain't no love happening, honey. And speaking of, let's go on into Jasmina and Michael. Because a lot of people had mixed reviews about this couple this week. Whose team are you? Are you team Jasmina or are you team Michael? Who did you understand was right or wrong in the situation? Because I think that's our last couple. For me, I told y'all Michael was negative. Didn't I tell y'all that? Have y'all gonna start listening to me? I told y'all Michael was negative. Okay. He's given the negative that it's like a dark cloud. You remember those cartoons where the person used to just be walking and it would be a dark cloud over them and it would just be rain coming down? That is what's happening with Michael. And I understand it's because he had a lot of loss. I understand that. But at some point, you got to let the sun shine on you just a little bit. Like, yes, Chandra, I'm with you. Team neither. Because Jasmina got a little attitude. Look, Sam Arlington said Jasmina can be mean. Yeah, you can tell. And I tried to give her RBF, honey, because I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, maybe she got RBF. But I'm starting to think that's just who she is, honey. Because did y'all see in the previews when he said, this is the first time that Jasmina has smiled this entire honeymoon? I was like, oh, I would not say that out loud. Like, that is not a good look. Hold on one second, y'all. I need to go check on my son. Hold on one second. Okay, y'all, I am back. Child, I gotta make sure he ain't burning the place down, okay? Because, honey. Okay, let's see. Rashida said, now I see why Jasmina and Alyssa are close friends. You are the company that you keep, okay? And I wouldn't want to be friends with Alyssa. And I was trying to figure out why she kept following Katina around. I was like, get away from her. I don't want your bad juju rubbing off on her, honey. She already hype. Just go on the other side of the boat. Don't even look at her. Girl, shut up. I don't like to hear nothing she gotta say, honey. Just nothing. Okay, do y'all hear me? Absolutely nothing. Sean said, I understood both of them. Mike is an overthinker and Jasmina has to win and be right. Yes, and also Jasmina is not used to being in a relationship where she has to have a confrontation face to face because she's used to having long distance relationships. So for her, it's like I can just hang up the phone on you. But when a man is in your face or you're confronted with the problem, head on, then it's like, oh, he's getting, he was getting too much. He was too much when he was, talking to me because she even said my other exes didn't like to argue. Did they not like to argue or did you run over them? Because even your stepdad said to Michael, make sure you don't let her boss you around. Don't let her run over you. And when I heard that, I thought that was a red flag. Look, EBM says she's a whole red flag, never dating anyone in the same city. Girl, why? What's that all about anyway? When I heard that, that is the first thing I thought about. Like, why wouldn't you date anybody in the same city and state as you? That's weird. Or is it just me? Because, honey, like, why couldn't you, as beautiful as you are, you couldn't find nobody in Boston? Okay. Okay. And that's all I'm going to say on that. Michelle said, wait a minute, hold on. KDH said, when I first met my husband, we lived in different states. Eventually, he moved to my state. And let me tell you, there is definitely a difference. Requires a whole different set of skills. Yes, it does. Because, you actually got to face things head on. It just didn't make any sense to me. J Dub said, I'm verbally aggressive, accusatory, and I'm depressed. But okay. Wait a minute. Who are we talking about? We talking about Michael? Michelle said, Misha, I'm a Scorpio and my ex-husband was also a Scorpio. It's a whole fool. Toxic AF. Honey, you ain't got to tell me twice. And that's why I'm behind this screen. Do y'all hear me? Child, never again. Amanda said, I will say Michael is going to feel some kind of way when he sees the footage and sees that Jasmina did not cut him off. Like, what was he talking about? If what she said was true, he owes her a huge apology. He sure does. I was totally confused on that because I'm like, Michael, why are you saying she cut you off and you were sitting there as she began to speak? And then when he does see this back, I'm sure he's going to have a lot to say. But when they were at the dinner and she was like, "You want me to apologize the way you want me to apologize. What do y'all feel about that?" Now, me personally, I do not think, if I did something to offend you, I'm sorry. That's not an apology for me. But that's me. Maybe y'all think something different. But I feel like in that moment, because she just wholeheartedly knew I did not cut you off, I'm sorry that you feel that way is good enough because I didn't do anything to you. But he was just so adamant about, yeah, you cut me off. And Sean said, I think it was more perception. He is not a talker, so he probably paused. Oh, I can see that. Yeah, but he's talking about in his mind. Honey, I don't want to hear nothing about what's in your mind. What actually happened? Okay. Did I cut you off or not? Stay tuned review said, what if there's footage that we didn't see of Jasmina cutting Michael off multiple times, but she didn't care about his feelings? Okay, there could be footage, but why wouldn't production show that? Like, I feel like, why wouldn't they show that? London said, he's very apologetic. At least he tries to come back to talk it out. I did say the same thing. I felt like he really was trying to, understand where she was coming from. But honey, after that, she was like, I'm hungry. I just want something else to drink. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be immature right here. Because if he's trying to talk to you and y'all are trying to work things out, and he's like, so what are you thinking? And he's not asking you if you want some more champipple. He's asking you, what do you think about what we just talked about? Like, that's what he's asking you. I'm thinking I'm thirsty. I'm like, okay, it's giving childish, honey. It's really giving childish. It's a red flag and it's a hell now for me. Amanda said because production can be shady. Yeah, they can be shady, but I just don't really think I really don't think she cut him off. Sunshine and Flowers said Michael was nodding at Jasmina as she was talking. Was he? The AH Life said, look closely at the scene. Production manipulated the scene. I bet it wasn't that deep. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it. Cause for me, honey, after watching Alyssa, I was just trying to get through it. I was like, oh child, please, honey. Please. CH, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Oh my gosh, not 49.99. You showing out on this good Sunday. Honey, somebody pass the collection plate. Get into it. I know that's real. Thank you so much. That is awesome of you. Feel good. I see you sent a super chat. I can't see it though. It just disappeared. Child, don't tell me they're trying to take my coins from me, honey. Hold on. I see it, but I can't get to it. But thank you so much for the super chat, Feel Good. But I do want to hear what you had to say because I know it was something attached to it, baby. Because Phil ain't he gonna talk if he don't do nothing else, honey. TT said their whole argument was not necessary. They keep having arguments over nothing. I'm like, what are y'all fussing about now? First, y'all had an argument about someone else's argument. Now y'all are arguing about the fact that she cut you off and she didn't cut you off. She apologized. You didn't like the way she apologized. It's not really an apology. Now we're here again. She want to know if you really mean it when you say you'll accept whatever. You want to know if it's too much. It's going to be a problem with communication. We're going to have to work on communicating with each other. And I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I was the best communicator because let me tell y'all something. Back in my younger years, I would get real petty. I would be like, okay, all right. Yeah, I believe you. Whole time. I'm plotting how I'm going to get back at you. So I understand that. So I'm not just sitting here judging like, girl, you think you got it all together? No, I don't. But also, I know y'all ain't communicating worth a damn either. Feel Good said, The arguments are happening because of Michael. He wants to make a negative situation out of something. I'm pausing because I agree. Okay, I agree. Because I felt like that from first meeting him. Everything's not negative. But then at the same time, Jasmina has to have I'm not saying she has to turn him into somebody he's not, but being a little bit, I don't even know how to really express it. I don't want to say kinder, but I don't know, just basically letting him know that she understands him. So maybe she can pull it out of him. That's what I'm thinking. Claudette said, "Team nobody." I don't blame you. I'm team nobody either because they having arguments that don't make absolutely no sense. Vonnie says she doesn't like him, so she's going to be picking. Jasmina and Michael will be a generic Chris and Alyssa. I don't think she likes him like that either. And then sometimes I think she does like him because it's like sometimes she'll smile and she'll hug him or kiss him or something. But then other times she's looking like, "Oh, I could have had a V8." The same thing at the wedding. I was like, okay, I don't think she likes him. Then the next episode, she was ready to cuddle. So I don't know if she likes him or not. I really don't. TT said Jasmina needs to be a little soft. Her personality is kind of rough. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, just be a little bit more softer. I feel like Michael would have done good with a person like Katina because he would have been negative. Katina probably wouldn't been paying no attention, child. But she probably would have spoken to him in a way that would make him feel better. Sam Arlington said she gave him a stank. Hold on, she gave him a stank lip look. She wait a minute, hold on. TT said, yes, Jasmina is giving mixed signals. She is. Like, I don't know if she likes him or if she don't like him. Sister Girl on Film said, Maths needs to take a small hiatus after this season to figure out the direction of the show because it keeps getting worse each season. And another thing, Sister Girl on Films, why did it come back to back? The same thing with Ready to Love. I understand right now in the year of, you know, Corona and Heineken and Budweiser and all the other beers. I understand that, you know, it's not a lot of production going on and not a lot of shows that can be shot because they have to take extra precautions so that people don't, have any mishaps. But at the same time, let us get a little break. I swear we literally had Thanksgiving one day after that, and then Married at First Sight came back again. I was still digesting all the news I had found out about Zach. Like, please just give us a minute to digest. And don't even get me started on Ready to Love. We literally rolled from reunion part 2 to episode 1. I had never seen anything like that before. I was like, oh my God. And it's almost like I can't even enjoy watching it because I didn't get a chance to miss it. That's like when you're in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? And you want to miss your man. You want to miss him. Like, go away for a little bit. So when you come back, I miss you. Not we together 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, honey. That's just too much togetherness. Oh, absolutely not. Buttercup says Jasmina isn't trying to be anyone's emotional mule 4 days into the relationship. She's been through hardships as well and doesn't want to be wrapped up with someone that's not positive. Buttercup, I can't even dispute you. Okay, touche. Touche, Buttercup. You better get me together. I understand that. But I also feel like that's her personality too. I feel like she can be kind of flat. He can be negative and she can be rude. I can just see it. It's like she got a little attitude that comes off of her. I'm not saying she needs to be wrapped up and try to, Iyanla him within their first few weeks of being married. But at the same time, I'm noticing something about her and I can't quite put my finger on it. I know I ain't the only one, honey. It's got to be somebody else that sees what I'm seeing. Hold on, here we go. Tunde said, "Come on, Buttercup." Feel good said, "Come on, Buttercup." Veronica said, "Hold on. I had to do it, Misha. Got to give you your coins for all the entertainment you give. I have been an opinionator for months. Thank you so much for becoming a member, Veronica Brown. Thank you so much. And don't forget, I'm coming to visit so we can go to happy hour. But I'm just gonna be eating, honey. Because that's all I like to do. Look, Monique King said, Miss No Nonsense is not a flattering nickname. The show gave it to her. Yeah, she don't play, honey. And I can tell that. And I don't know if it's gonna be something that we see a little bit later or what, but hopefully not. I hope things can be on the up and up, and I hope Michael stop being so negative. Cause like, God. But I saw that because, child, I saw that a mile away. I'm like, child, you don't think nothing positive about nothing. DL said, I think Michael needs the nurturing, softer woman since he's lost his mom and used to having his sisters so involved. That's a good point. That's a good point. That's why I said maybe somebody like Katina. Because baby, she done adopted Olajuwon, honey. That mama gave her that jersey and she said, I'm gonna wear this jersey, honey. Now I'm the cheerleader, the wife, and everything in between. Baby, she was ready to go toe to toe with Lindsay and Mark. Okay, so let's switch on over to Lindsay and Mark. I forgot we didn't talk about them. Hold on, let me get a few more comments about Jasmina and Michael. Miss Brown Sugar said, I also think that viewers are judging the women on what sort of feels like the East Coast energy. Women from Boston are going to sound different from ATL or Houston. It's that makes them blunt. Yeah, I can see that. That's like if somebody was from New York. If we had a Married at First Sight New York, they're totally different from what we would see with a Houston or Atlanta. But even so, I don't know. It's just I don't know. I don't know how to verbalize it. Once I get it, I'm gonna let y'all know. DH said Jasmina has been trying to make it work, in my opinion, but he's making it worse. He's a downer, and I don't think she's attracted to him. I don't think she's attracted to him either. I don't either. But I'm glad people are finally seeing what I was saying when I said negative, because I got some negative feedback for that. They were like, "Well, you get he negative." He is. Like the first episode that he was introduced to us, it was everything negative, everything like gloom and doom. I'm like, I don't want to see that when I'm being introduced to someone that's about to get married at first sight. It makes my nerves bad. And then his sisters reaffirmed it, and now Jasmina can't get it out of her head. And Sean said something that was very thought provoking. And he said to me, Jasmina and Michael are the same person because he's in his head all the time with the negativity, and she's in her head all the time with the, oh my gosh, your sister said this about you. So now I can't get it out of my head. So really, they one and the same. It's just she's more on the optimistic side, and he's more on the pessimistic side. And that's what I'm thinking. Psalm said Lifetime and OWN both trying to act like we have amnesia. We don't forget nothing. Not the opinionated family. I know that's right. Child, we ain't gonna forget not nothing. And if we do forget, we'll have a live so we can remember. Child, absolutely not. Okay, let's switch on over to Lindsay and Mark. Okay, because baby, Keisha Knight Pulliam got her all the way together. Katina couldn't quite articulate what she wanted to say to Lindsay, but Keisha said, let me give you a little bit of cultural context. I said, girl, not the cultural context, not the CC. Oh, you better CC Lindsay. Give her the cultural context. She said, listen, what she's saying to you is some of the things that you say and the way that you behave could get someone in trouble, especially a black man. And as a black woman, if you're not one, she's like, oh, I'm aware. Okay, Lindsay, honey, you might be aware, but the fact that you are not putting your awareness into action, then you being aware means absolutely nothing. So that means you did it on purpose. That's even worse. So, girl, just sit back and be quiet, honey. Please sit back and be quiet. Wait a minute, Cheryl said, please leave New York out of this. It will be nothing but a bunch of fights. I love New York. I love New York people, honey. I love the way they act. I love everything about it. Wait a minute, hold on. Mark is having buyer's remorse. That's what FF said. I think once he saw so many different conflicts, and he was like, okay, oh Lord, I already had to apologize for one thing. And now I'm going to have to apologize for something totally different. Now you're into it with Katina. But Mark, I have to say this in a semi defense of Lindsay. She was just sitting up there, carrying along. Okay. And yes, I said carrying along. on the boat, and it rubbed Katina the wrong way. But Katina was the one that was really getting up in arms, and she was just expressing to Mark what happened on the boat. But immediately, because of what had already happened and him having to apologize, that to him was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to put up with this. And then another thing, the fact that he had to tell her, we're going to make pina coladas. Can we just drink one? It only takes one. The fact that he had to tell her that, I was like, okay, that's a red flag. That is a red flag if I ever saw one. This right here might not work because he's already a caregiver of his mom. They got to take care of Lindsay too. Oh, absolutely not. Oh, child, this chat moving so fast. Hold on. Here we go. Why care so much said, I know Lindsay was BSing, but Katina was all the way rude, hands all up in her face and all. I think she needs to simmer down. Oh, yeah, she was heated. She was like, let me just get up and walk away. I think it was more so her hearing Lindsay say over again, and I was triggered, and it's something from my past, and it just triggered me. But according to the after party, when Olajuwon recanted the story and Mark co-signed it, Lindsay had been picking on him the entire day. So, oh, I love me some Jenny Jones. Who's talking about Jenny Jones? Let me tell y'all something. That was my first. That's when I first fell in love with TV, and I first wanted to be a talk show host. That's when I used to watch. I used to have a whole list of them, child. Ricky Lake, Jenny Jones, Sally Jesse Raphael, Charles Perez, the Richard Bay Show, and then I would top it off with Jerry Springer. Now, baby, if y'all don't know nothing about these talk shows, y'all better get on the YouTube, honey, and take a trip down memory lane, because that's when TV was good. Do y'all hear me? That's when it was good. That's just a side note. Oh, yes, let's not forget Phil Donahue. He used to be too classy based for me though. I needed the ratchet talk shows. Oh yeah, Montel. But then Montel started getting weird, child. I was like, Montel, what is happening? Hold on. Coco said a Karen's gonna do what a Karen's gonna do. But I'm glad Keisha and Katina got her together. Baby, didn't they? Got her all the way together. She was just sitting there smiling. After that, she was like, "Oh, Katina, I love you. You're so funny." I don't like that. I don't like when people be fake like that. You don't love me. You don't even like me. We just got through getting into it as we got into it. But I appreciate you like acting like you got some sense. Like I appreciate that. Oh, honey. Evoking emotions. I definitely said Ricky Lake, baby. That was my favorite. It was at 10 a.m. Jerry Springer used to come on, and Ricky Lake used to come on as well. But then they changed Jerry Springer to another time, so I could watch Ricky Lake. Then I could watch Charles Perez, Jenny Jones, Sally, and then I could watch Richard Bay. A lot of people don't know about Richard Bay, but that was a very good talk show. Then after Richard Bay, then I would hit him with the Jerry Springer at the very end of the day. I used to run home after school, sit in front of the TV, make chili cheese burritos, and that's when I could eat that, child, and my stomach wouldn't be so up. Make me a chili cheese burrito and be ready for them to fight. I'm like, oh Lord, let's see what they gonna do. Till one day, my mama came in. Child, it's just a little side note, okay? Yeah, I know I like to get off track. My mama came in and realized what they were talking about on this particular episode of Jerry Springer. And it was something like I had sex with my neighbor's best friend's dog. It was something, child. You know how Jerry had the stupidest topics. And child, my mama saw that topic. She said, "You will not be watching no more Jerry Springer up in here." And honey, I couldn't wait to graduate from high school. I was like, oh, child, I gotta get out of here, honey. Now I can't watch Jerry. But then my daddy convinced her. He was like, Jerry Springer, she see more than this at school. So just gone. But then Jerry took a turn and he started getting real like, he started bringing the stripper pole out and all this other kind of stuff. I was like, okay, I can't watch it no more. Jeremy said it was wiggity wiggity whack for Mark to have sex with Lindsay 3 times in the same day he planned a date to tell her he wants to slow down. Like the nerve. It was 3 times? When did we get 3 times out of it? Wait a minute now, Jeremy. 3 times? Not Mark putting it down like that, honey. That was very whack of him. I felt the exact same way because I'm like, sir, that's why I said in my review, honey, you weren't worried about that when her juices were organically flowing. So, I just wanted to organically flow. I just wanted to be like, I just wanted to flow. That makes absolutely no sense, Mark. Just say to her, listen, it's been a few altercations. And so now it's causing me to, just want to pull back a little bit. We were in the throes of passion or whatever we were doing. Okay. And we did consummate our marriage. I'm not saying I want our marriage to be over. I just want us to take things a little slower than we have been. I don't know. He could have said it so many different ways. I felt like he was speaking in a circle. I'm like, what are you talking about, Mark? You're saying the same thing over and over again. Jamila, thank you so much for the super chat. Just giving a little tithe. No matter what mood I'm in, you always make me laugh. So thank you. Thank you, Jamila. Thank you for throwing something in the collection plate, honey. Something that crinkles and not jingles. We love to see. Hold on. Rashida said he had sex with her right before the dinner. Did they say that on the after party? Because I ain't hear that. Child, not sexuals right before the dinner and then gonna go to the romantic dinner and tell her you want to slow down. Oh, okay. Well, then he deserved to get cussed out and told that he farted and pee in the bed and everything else that she told him. He deserved all of that. Because why on earth would you sit here and do all of that with her and then tell her at the dinner that you want to slow things down? No wonder she was pissed. I understand. Jeremy said she said on the after party, she said they actually had sex right before that dinner. Oh, I didn't hear that. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that after party. I was kind of sleepy when I watched it because I had just finished my review. So I was kind of tired and I was just watching it as I was doing other stuff. So I'm gonna go back and rewatch that. Hold on. First John 4 and 1. What I need to watch the after party, not pee in the bed. Child, y'all know I'll be adding extra shoes, honey. I don't think he peed in the bed. Shout out to those that pee in the bed, but child, I don't think she said that. But she said he do something in the bed, honey. He fart in the bed and then he pooped with the door open. And this is my thing too. Y'all are moving awfully fast to have been at this honeymoon a total of 16 hours. He already pooping with the door open. I'm all for being comfortable with people, okay? But maybe we should have put Mark with Noy. He'll be pooping with the door open and she'll be in love. And Mark gonna say it back, honey. So I mean, and maybe we should have put Lindsay with Steve. Because once Lindsay give him a swift kick in the butt, Steve gonna have to go to work, honey. Because Lindsay is not gonna let you just sit up. Because remember, she dated all the engineers. I was like, girl, what is that all about? Did y'all hear her when she said that? She was like, yeah, I've literally dated every engineer. I'm like, okay. Like, what does that mean? I think she thought that that made her sound good. I don't know. It was weird to me. I'm like, girl, not all. My dad told me, please don't date any more engineers. Then she gonna offend all the engineers around the world. The girl said, "Oh, don't worry about it. They're all thieves and stealers and con artists or something." She called them. I was like, "Oh, child! Shout out to the engineer." Child, this is crazy. CB said, actually, Lindsay said she'd have a stay-at-home husband. Oh yeah, she did say that. She did say she would have a stay-at-home husband. Okay, well, then that's even more of a reason for her to get on over there with Steve, honey. I ain't even know that. So now we could put Steve and Lindsay together, Katina and Michael. Let's give Jasmina to Olajuwon, because baby, when Jasmina got through with Olajuwon, he wouldn't be doing no more talking, and them roses wouldn't make not damn piece of a difference. So okay, here we go. Let's play Switch That Couple. Switch That Couple. Okay, and today's roster is Katina and Olajuwon, Mark and Lindsay, Steve and Noy, and who else we got? Alyssa and Chris. So I would put Katina with Michael, Olajuwon with Jasmina. I would put Noy with Chris, only because she seems like a hopeless romantic. I don't think she probably would like. I don't know if she would like Chris or not, but I'm still gonna put Noy over there with Chris. I would put Alyssa with the devil, and I would put, you know what? Give Alyssa to Chris from season 12. Because remember, he did say, of all the white queens and Hispanic queens and Asian queens, you gave me Paige. So let's present him with Alyssa. We'll give Alyssa to Chris, and we'll give Steve to Lindsay. And I think that'll be good. Look, she said Olajuwon needs Lindsay. Oh no, boho. If Olajuwon had Lindsay, child, our screens would be black. We have to go to commercial every 2 minutes. Honey. Look, TT said Alyssa and the wall to match her personality. Honey, flat as a rock. Do y'all hear me? Veronica said Chris from season 12 with Alyssa. Yes, let's put them two together. Try to be clawing each other's eyes out. When they get through insulting each other, they'll just have to go somewhere and decompress. Monique said, "Look what Bow and Zach have done. Got us playing Switch That Couple." I love it. Actually, I'm gonna try to make that into a game show, honey. We're gonna play that every week, depending on how they act. Switch that couple. Honey, switch it up and see what we can do. Hold on. What do you think about Olajuwon and Paige? No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't think Olajuwon and Paige would do it. Nope, Jamila, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it because, first of all, I feel like Olajuwon would kind of get slick because remember, Paige didn't have the best of wigs that season. And if Olajuwon said something and his drawers looking how they look, I would have to cuss him out on behalf of Paige. So let's not put Olajuwon with Paige just off the fact and the strength of the wigs from season 12. And that's that on that. No. Look, maybe Paige and Michael. Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that. Paige and Michael. That's a very nice looking couple. Okay, I like Paige and Michael. Mm-hmm. That's cute. That's real cute. I hope Paige found her love. I really do. She's so sweet. I just really hope she found the one for her. Okay, not old trifling Chris. Ugh. Shayna says season 12, Chris wouldn't even have to lie about having a baby to get out of that marriage. Alyssa is probably his cup of tea. I can see that, Shayna. I will never forget Chris making up a whole entire story. Then gonna try to come out with it after the fact. Honey, I called you a liar all the way up and through. Even when you showed that paper, child. And people was like, well, the paper said, girl, I got a my chart paper right now. Don't mean not nothing. Don't mean nothing. Absolutely nothing. SJ said, Mark was attempting to be diplomatic because he didn't want to set her off. But I think he prevented things from continuing to be sexual because her behavior is alarming. I agree. I agree. I think he felt like, let me say this to her in the most polite manner possible, but she didn't receive it that way because they, now that I know this, because I didn't know it at the time, but they literally had just been intimate. So you already had in your mind that you were going to say this to me at this dinner. So why do that? Like, why would you do that? You're going to, have the SCX with me and then come to the dinner and tell me we need to slow down. Like, Lanice said, same here. I knew that baby didn't exist. Child, I knew it was a whole lie and the truth wasn't in the child. He was just lying and trying. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna let everybody in the world think this good. Child, please. KDH said, I repeat. I think Mark been like, what the hell since he met Lindsay on that damn park bench. Child, when she was sitting there laid out and got up and said, you have a cat? No, no. And I'm thinking she's gonna say, I don't like cats. She goes, I love cats. I'm like, oh, okay, child, this gonna be a fool. I knew right then it was gonna be a fool. Child, I should have known. Oh, Tunde, that's a good one. Put her with Johnny. Baby Johnny will rip her to shreds. Johnny will rip her to shreds, honey. Shout out to season 13. When Johnny got through with Alyssa, baby, she would need some kind of therapy, honey. Oh, honey, because he don't play. Do y'all hear me? Universal Soul Goddess said, somebody said they wanted Olajuwon to massage Katina's scalp and drop her wig. Okay, I gotta go on mute. I gotta go on mute. Oh, child. Okay, I'm back. Oh, Universal Soul Goddess. I might have to put you on mute. I mean, I might have to put you in timeout. I might have to put you in time. Oh, y'all so crazy. Y'all ain't got a bit of sense. Oh, that's the way I scream so loud, baby. My son came running. Mama, you okay? Oh, y'all trying to give me a heart attack. And I told y'all I have to make my soul food Sunday dinner. I do not have time for this. This is too many changes on a Sunday. Yes. Wait. Because wait, y'all. Wait, y'all. That wig. Oh, child, wait a minute. Ooh, it's hot in here. That wig, and Katina gonna wear that heavy wig to sleep. Listen, but Katina is actually taking her relationship at the right speed because I'm not about to let you see me in my straight backs 3 days in. You're not about to see my straight backs. You are absolutely not. Because honey, half the time, okay, 9 times out of 10, they're a little fuzzy. you put that growth oil in there, honey. So it's been growing underneath your wigs. And Katina said, y'all will not make a fool out of me. And shout out to Katina. I know that's right, girl. Oh, honey, that is funny. And I dropped her wig off that balcony. Oh, child, y'all so crazy. I'm trying not to laugh. Oh, y'all know I'm goofy. Please don't send me that. Y'all don't, please don't make comments like that where I can see them. Oh, child, y'all crazy. Nikisha, thank you so much for the super chat. You should watch Maths Australia. It is good this season. I heard it was good last season too, child. They was swapping wives and everything. But I also heard that Married at First Sight Australia was scripted. That's what I heard. But I don't know if that's true or not. 2L said Katina got a strong neck, baby. Oh, oh my God. I'm about to end this live. I ain't gonna even tell y'all about it. I'm just gonna hang up like they do on the phone. Blue, y'all gonna be like, Misha gone. Yes, and is. Oh, child, y'all crazy. Baby, that's 600 density wig. I said, baby, Oh, child. Mm-mm. Jasmina had the bonnet on day one. She sure did. Baby, she wrapped her hair so good, tied her silk scarf on and went to laying down. I'm like, I know that's right. Katina tried to ball that wig up in the back in the. I said, girl, let that wig fall. And I hope you got some extra safety pins in there, some got to be glued or whatever it is you need to tack that wig down real good. That's probably why she ain't getting physical. Because when you get physical, them wigs might come off, honey. I'm a witness. Okay, child. I tried to do that with a wig on one time. Child, it's a story time for the Patreon. That wig was gone, child. Ooh, that wig was detached from my scalp at the end of it. Ooh, child, y'all. Ooh, y'all are so crazy. I swear. Mm-mm-mm. Hold on, let me get this comment. They keep on escaping me. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. Brad Humphrey said, Maths Australia has been caught scripting scenes in some stupid ways. It's why I stopped watching. Okay, because yeah, somebody told me that it was scripted. And I was like, oh, I'm not about to be watching no scripted mess, honey. It's bad enough when it's real people with real lives. And now we gotta go to the scripted? Oh, Oh, child, that is so funny to me. Vonnie V said, switch my wigs, switch my wigs, make it feel like a cheating. Switch my wigs, make it feel like a cheating. Shout out to Meg the Stallion. Oh my God. Well, with Isaac, she gonna have to switch them wigs. I would love to see Katina in a short, cute bob. That would be so cute on her. Let's bob it up, Katina. Katina, you can tell Katina gonna look just like her mama when she get older. Because when I was watching her mom speak to Olajuwon, they look just alike. I was like, she looks just like her mom. Baby, you can't deny that. Woo. Oh, that was my laugh for Sunday. Oh, child. Ooh, honey, let me compose myself. Coco said, Miss Misha, so Ryan had said earlier that he wanted to take you out. You going, girl? Wait a minute. Where did that come from? Not that he wanted to take me out. Which Ryan is this? Is this the Ryan that became a member, or is this Ryan from Brett and Ryan? Child, I'm not about to play with Ryan. Girl, let me tell y'all something about Ryan. He play all day, number one. Number two, Ryan always trying to go to lunch during work hours. Ryan, people have to work for a living. I'm not Steve, honey. I can't just be going to lunch hour willy-nilly. Tunde said, Katina with the, she got straight back braids and probably packed her black forces for the honeymoon. Okay. You know she with it. You see how she looked at him when he told her, don't smile. You need to smile. Child, she looked at him like, boy, I'll slap you with this dumbbell. Ooh. Okay, so the Ryan that became a member. Child, I don't know. Oh, child, y'all putting too much on me, honey. Not go on a date with Ryan, honey. Not this finna turn into Married at First Sight matchmaking special. No, we not. I'm unmatchable. I'm unmatchable, child. I ain't gonna be able to do it. Mm-mm. Child, I'm unmatchable. Mark needs to wear sunglasses because his eyes just bug out when Lindsay starts talking. Baby, Mark eyes gonna be shocked if they don't do nothing else. And she making them even more shocked. I'm like, please leave. Please leave Mark alone, honey. Because his eyes is doing what his eyes is doing. But I do know that that could be a sign of something. So that's why I really don't mention it. Because, you just never know what physically, could be going on with his health. So I try not to say anything about it. Oh, child. I'll be trying to have a few scruples, okay? Two L's. Thank you for the super chat. To switch her wigs in front of old Isaac, all she has to say is, oh, there's a rabbit. See, I knew I shouldn't have clicked on your comment. Super chat or not, 2 L's. I'm not about to play with you. And he'll turn away so she can snatch and switch. Honey, because you know he gonna look. Oh, when that mama said that, that old rude mama. Wait a minute. Oh, speaking of goldfish, y'all, let me tell y'all something I noticed. Yes, lotus flowers, Graves' disease. Absolutely. Yep, you're right. And it could be a sign of something. So that's why I try not to touch on it. Cause I'm like, honey, I don't know what's going on with him. Child, y'all ain't about to send me the HE double hockey sticks. Princess J said, them goldfish. Let me tell y'all something about them goldfish. I was watching that episode. Did y'all notice the mountain of goldfish that Lindsay had sitting up there when she told Mark that he should go? He was standing next to her and he was saying something, and she was like, you should just go. I think you should just go now. And I looked over there. I said, what in the sponsored by goldfish is happening over here? It was so many goldfish on that table. I said, this don't make no sense. And child, she eating them with milk and whatnot. Ugh. Oh, child, I could just throw up. Yes, go back and go back and watch it. DL said, that's kind of you, Misha. Thank you, DL. Yeah, I don't like to hurt people. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna give you a little shade, but my heart just can't hurt people's feelings. And I'm not gonna talk about something about you physically that you cannot change. Now, them wigs can be because people always be like, you always talking about the wig. I sure am. Because you have a choice when you choose a wig. Okay. You have a choice to look at that wig and say that density is 1,000. Okay. I would like a 150%, not a 1,050%. So therefore, and thus and such, you chose that wig. But if it's something about you physically, I'm not gonna say that, honey, because we all got flaws. Let me tell y'all something. And I'm just not about to do it. Exactly, Erica, living life could be thyroids, because that's what my brother has. And he suffers from thyroidism, and a lot of things happen. You lose your hair, your it could affect your eyes. It's a lot. Your sweat glands are affected. So, I can't do it, honey. I'm all for a good laugh, but not at the expense of someone's feelings. Ooh, child. But them wigs, honey, you can change the wigs, child. I ain't gonna let up. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna let up on the wigs, and I ain't gonna let up on them clothes, because those are your clothing and your wig choices. Okay. So therefore, and thus and such, you chose this life, honey. It's just what happens. Shayna said, Katina gonna go and get braids after the honeymoon. Make it make sense. She must not ever want him to see her hair. Is it some look at J Dub? Tom Mark will be okay. J Dub, stop. Ooh, child. Wait a minute. Ryan Graham said, I love me some Misha, but it wasn't me. Married now for 26 years with 2 grown daughters that still live at home. Ryan, they trying to put it off on you. We know it's Ryan from Married at First Sight, child. Ryan from Married at First Sight just be talking, honey. Ain't nobody got time to play with him. We really do not. And shout out to the 26 years of marriage. Baby, I'm trying to get like you. Well, not with the marriage. Just be with somebody for 26 years, because I don't ever want to get married again. Y'all already know. I already told y'all. Jojo Cortez says Mark loves goldfish because they taste very unseasoned, which makes perfect sense. I cannot do a goldfish. Please don't bring that to me. Now, my son likes the cupcake goldfish because they taste like cookies. But other than that, child, don't bring me no goldfish. Oh, absolutely not, honey. Mm-mm. Mark got a little flavor to him though. Cause remember when they were making the pina coladas and Mark had his shades on? Mark was giving a little zhuzh. I said, come through, Mark. Here go Lindsay. I'm gonna have to, I'm glad he's having fun and everything, but I'm gonna have to class him up a little bit. Girl, you the last person. You are the last person to be talking about classing somebody up. Girl, just as D class A as they come. Okay. KDH said goldfish are some dry snacks for real. Ain't they dry? Ugh. Lotus Flower says everyone knows Wells is where it's at. They have all the seasoning. What is Wells? I never is that a real thing, Lotus Flower? Look, Lexi, wow, we the same person. I swear I was waiting on him to shimmy them shoulders too. Baby Frank got us so traumatized. Oh, honey. I was waiting for him to do that. I said, now shimmy the shoulders a little bit. Oh, child, this is a fool. Sean says she needed something to line her stomach after all of drinking. Sean, but a mountain of goldfish. She had 5,762 goldfish. I was like, girl, that is not right. Why do you have all that? Just know, honey. Just know. Oh, honey, that was just too much. And she eating them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Uh-uh. Wait a minute. Ryan, the new member's wife, probably listening to this live, like, Ryan, I know you online. Oh, that's why you became a member. Child, y'all trying to mess up my membership. Somebody need to change their name. So we're gonna call Ryan from Mavs. Let's see what we can call him. We gotta call him something different so we know that he's not the Ryan that's a member. Child, God, he gonna have his wife trying to have my channel taken down. Ooh, child, y'all play all day. Jamila said Lindsay needs to be with someone who barely speaks English. Why? Why you think that? So they can won't be hearing her do all that talking? Oh, child, this is crazy. The goldfish, Shonda said the goldfish are a part of her charcuterie board. Oh, child. Y'all are crazy. Okay, we have 5 more minutes on this live. Oh, yeah, his last name is Ignacio, right? I think it is. The Lion Ryan. Look, J J Dub, goodbye. I'm about to put you in timeout, J Dub. You got to go. This boy said the Lion Ryan. Ooh, child. I'ma call him Mr. Swipe Left. Ryan ain't finna get me and then be swiping left and swiping right. I'm thinking we a couple and he over there swiping on that Tinder app. Oh no, ma'am, honey. Oh, child. I'm not about to play with y'all. Kay Gray said the goldfish are marks. She told him he needs to eat more than the fish. Are they Kay Grays? Oh, okay. So something wrong with him as well. Something is wrong with him as well. Why are you eating goldfish for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Uh. Hey, Cindy. Who's gonna class Lindsay? Sex 4 times in one day, then tell him off? Okay. I'm like, and it ain't even about the sex 4 times in one day. Because if you want to get it popping, then go ahead and get it popping. What's really upsetting to me is that you talking about class, but at the wedding, you flashed your boobs to production, to the cameraman twice. Okay. You were drinking champagne like it was Sunny Delight. Then, on top of that, you told one of the people in your wedding party or whoever it was that was taking a picture with y'all, girl, yeah, I got my chucks on. I got my sneakers on. By this time this is over, I'm not gonna have any panties on. That's not classy. Okay. It's not. So we need to calm down just a bit. Okay. It's giving ghetto. It's giving de la ghetto. That's what it's giving. My account for commenting said pizza flavored goldfish are my favorite salty snack. They got pizza get flavored goldfish? Baby, y'all teaching me something. I don't do the snacks. Okay. I really don't do a lot of snacks. I really like to eat. I'm gonna eat a full meal if I don't do nothing else. Like I don't even like to watch shows where the people are eating, but they don't finish their food. That really ticks me off. That's why I hate housewives dinner scenes. Because they get to fussing over their food. Baby, please let me eat. Okay. Let me eat my food first, and then you can get to fussing with me after I've had this steak and lobster. I need to fuss on a full stomach. Otherwise, I'm gonna be pissed, and I'm not gonna be pissed about what we fighting about. I'm gonna be pissed because I'm hungry, and so please don't do that. Like, don't do that. Mm-mm. Zoe said Ryan better recognize black women got a little thickness to him. He was on Tamara Tattle saying his type was a straight up and down woman with no. Oh, did he say that? Oh, okay, Zoe, honey, he sure wouldn't want me. Cause baby, when I get through with that pow, 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 he gonna be like, this not what I signed up for. And then he gonna want to sleep on the couch. And he gonna be like, Misha, is it okay if I sleep on the couch? Sure, Ryan. I knew you were gonna do that. Go. You can sleep on the couch. Oh, child, we'll be in there fighting. Mm-mm. Child, I didn't know that. Nicole Brown, girl, Misha, and Miss Misha, that is the pot calling the kettle the pot. Ain't it though? Wait a minute, what show is that? I haven't heard about that. Misha, are you going to review The Tinder Swindler? I gotta look that up, but I know what I am gonna be reviewing is Love is Blind. I cannot wait for that to come on February 11th. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna need some uninterrupted time. I'm gonna be right in front of that screen, and we are going to get into it. I'm trying to figure out if I want to put that on YouTube or if I want to put that on Patreon because I think I might put it on Patreon only so we can have watch alongs. Because, oh, and speaking of, because this live is to end in 1 minute. First of all, if you want to join the Patreon, it's scrolling across on the bottom of the screen. It's www.patreon.com/MishaIMO. Also, this Friday, if you are a member of Patreon, we will be having a Ready to Love watch party. Okay. So join me there at 6:50 Central Standard Time, honey, because I want to start 10 minutes before so I can make sure everything is everything and it goes off without a hitch. And we are going to have such a good time watching the show and commenting. And I'm still going to review the show. Everything is normal. Okay. Everything is still normal. It's not going to be anything, different. But I just want us to watch it together and have a good time. Okay. Tinder Swindler is a series on Netflix. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna put this up in the. I'm gonna put this link in the chat real quick, and then we are going to end this live so I can start getting my food together, honey. Cause baby, her sister is hungry. Okay, there y'all go. It is what child. No, that's not what there y'all go, child. I forgot the Misha IMO, child. Hold on one second, honey. I'm trying to work with one hand and hold this mic at the same time. Hold on one second. I don't like to attach my mic to my clothes because then it makes all kind of noise. It be making all them kind of squishing sounds and all this other kind of stuff. Okay, so let me send this to y'all. And before we go, my son asks me every single week to say hi to you. So I am going to finally let him say hello, child, so he can leave me alone. Okay. So let me let him tell y'all hi and bye so I can get into my good old soul food Sunday dinner. Hi. Okay, that is my baby, and he said hi. And I hope that y'all had a good time over on this live, honey. I know I had a good old time, honey. They said, "Hey, Misha's son." Okay, so he's very excited that he got to child talk to y'all today. When I tell y'all he love y'all, he be like, and then mama, look what they said, because now he can read y'all. So he be trying to read the comments. I have to kind of keep him. Oh, child. It's a whole struggle. It's a whole struggle. So I'm so happy that he finally got a chance to say hi to y'all. I put the link for Patreon up here. I'm gonna put it in the description box below once we get off of this live. Let me go make my food, child, because I'm about to eat and sit in the middle of my bed. And also, there will be new content on Patreon. There will be new content on Patreon all this week. So, and on YouTube. So I'm gonna be working overtime and not sleeping or nothing, y'all. Not sleeping. Y'all know I don't sleep anyway. But I will catch y'all on the flip side. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace. Bye, y'all. Happy Sunday.